Up, everybody. This will only take a second. I just want to tell you all about the cool app that I use to record both of my podcasts called Spotify for Podcasters. You too can download it, start your own podcast, maybe make video podcasts. Or if you want to make a little coin, baby, with your podcast, you can do so using Spotify for Podcasters. So download the app today.
What is going on, everybody? We have our own playlist now up on Spotify that we have put together just a handful of several different songs that we like to listen to throughout the day that just kind of help us get through the day. So go check out the playlist, see what you think. Let us know some songs that you would like to hear on the playlist, and we'll see if we can get them in there. But we're going to be changing the playlist up throughout time, so it's not always going to be the same songs. But come check it out. Tin Roof playlist over on Spotify. What's going on, you guys? It is Monday morning and time to be talking some music again. So glad to have you guys join me. Today we are doing It's in the Riffs, but before we get going, I hope you guys are staying warm. It's been like brutally cold everywhere. I just watched a Facebook reel or whatever of a alligator in ice where he went to like the shallow end where most of his body was covered, and he was able to like get his nose like barely up out of the water so he could survive. And it's like, man, if it's that cold where alligators are, it's just cold everywhere, was my like mental assumption. I don't really watch the news. I don't pay attention to a bunch of stuff just because it like keeps me happy, I guess, to not be like super focused on all that stuff, being in my own little bubble, focused on, news about music, comics, Dungeons and Dragons, like, I don't know, I guess things that are like fun for me, I guess. Not that I don't pay attention to politics to a certain point, but I don't want to make it my everything. I'd much rather like focus on anything else, I guess. So we have some fun news today. Before we get started, Sleep Token is going to be touring the United States. I seen that. They just announced it at the end of last week, and I was trying to find a full list of the tour dates. Here we go. This is from their official page. So in April, they're going to start their tour off in Australia. And they're going to be in Australia from Wednesday, April 10th, all the way through the 21st. And then they come to the United States and they start things off in Vegas. And then they go to places like Phoenix, Albuquerque, Cedar Park, Texas, Irving, Texas, Tampa, Florida, Atlanta, Georgia, Asheville, North Carolina, St. Louis, Missouri, Morrison, Colorado. Dude, they're going to be at Red Rocks. That's pretty cool. Milwaukee, Iowa, Chicago, Illinois, Sonic Temple Festival, which is Columbus, Ohio, which I think we may have talked about that one. I don't remember. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, New York. That one's really cool because they're going to be at like Radio City Music Hall. Boston, Massachusetts, and then they go up into Canada for a few days from like the 25th of May through the 28th of May. So like they're going to be in Canada for like 3 days. So a pretty cool, busy spring schedule for Sleep Token where they're going to be all over the place. That'll be cool for any other like fellow Sleep Token fans, because I'm sure there's a couple of you maybe. Man, my brain is just now firing on all cylinders today. I apologize. I'm already like daydreaming about spring and ready to be warmer. I'm cool with cold weather until it hits like 20 degrees. And then like I'll tolerate up to like 10 or maybe even 9. But once we get down to like super singles or negatives, I start going, all right, this is preposterous and I'm ready for it to be done. But I guess since I got you guys here and we're hanging out and whatnot, we should probably talk about what's the this week's It's in the series. I think I'm only going to do a couple more of these, maybe 1, maybe 2. Trying to decide what I would do for like the next 2, because I had a really good idea and then I started scratching some of my ideas, and so I do think I want to do at least one more. I'm not sure 100% what the topic would be, but I'm thinking just at least one more of the It's in the series. But for today, we're going to be talking It's in the Riffs. So like those super fun guitar sounds that just like bring you into a song and just like make you smile. Most notably, like Rockside. We'll talk Rockside first before we go to country. But most notably for me, for the Rockside would be like One from Metallica. This episode again here would be super amazing if we could like actually have a license to play music, and so I really need to work on that. I'm gonna figure out what all licensing I need to have to make that legal and try to make it work. But yeah, that one's a really awesome one, and the reason why One is it just like the machine guns and everything at the beginning like really suck you in, but then all of a sudden you get the like it's a really cool like sound to get you into the song. Another like one song that really gets me like pumped up is we talked about it on the It's in the Spirit episode for just a second, but Got the Life by Korn, because the like bass intro for it is just so cool, and that I would say that that's a riff, but it's on a bass guitar. It's still like a riff. It's just a bass riff, and I didn't necessarily mean just guitar riffs, I guess, on this one. Or at least we're not gonna just mean that because I'm mentioning that one. Because it's so cool, just like that intro that they have for that one. I can't make the noise like I did for one. One's like a simple one, so I can make that one. Another Korn one that just absolutely melts my face, I guess it's like one of my favorites, is the intro to Right Now. I listened to the edited version of that one because there's some language in that one, but the beginning to the song is just and it's just like heavy, and you know you're about to just like have a really aggressive song, and it's such a cool intro because like that's the thing about riffs is they pump you up, they get you excited for something, and it like it doesn't, I don't even think it necessarily needs to be at the beginning of the song for it to be a really, really great riff. You know, circling back to Metallica real quick, think about Enter Sandman. That one is at the beginning of the riff, but that riff at the beginning of the song just like sucks you in. That was the point that I was wanting to get at with that one. It is just so much fun to listen to that one. I would even say this is not metal, but it's not necessarily country either. It's like, I mean, it's southern rock is what it is, but think Leonard Skinner, for example, that beginning riff of that song. I'll probably end up talking more beginning riffs than anything else, but I did just want to make that point because there was certain songs that I had been thinking, well, if I get to these ones, I'll try to discuss them, but the riff's not at the beginning that I really like. It's like later on in the song. Sweet Home Alabama. That riff is so recognizable, and you know, people hear it and they're like, "Wah!" You know, woo! And so I think about that too whenever I'm thinking about riffs and stuff. Is like it's amazing that an instrument, not even like words, can invoke so much emotion. And it just shows you how personal the human experience can be, and like on all aspects. I know AI is like becoming a big thing. Like, ooh, we can have AI draw this, or ooh, AI can write this paragraph or whatever. It will never relate to the human condition, and that's going to be something I probably hit on every once in a while, because it drives me nuts that people want to use it more than what they do, I think, is what I'm trying to get at with that. Like, I use it a little bit, but I even get mad at myself for using it the little bit that I use it, because it's like I don't want to, I guess. There's another random soapbox moment for you from me, but we can have so many different emotions whenever it comes to guitar riffs. Another one of my favorites is CKY, and that's another happy, like, pumped up one. But man, now that I was gonna try and discuss like some sad songs with, you know, significant riffs in it towards the beginning, I can't think of any metal-wise, even though I know there are. I mean, let's see. You know what? Here, we'll switch to country for a minute for like trying to discuss sad ones like I was going to. Maybe not so much sad for this one, but somber, and that's "Remember When" by Alan Jackson. You hear those, you know, soft. I want to use the word shallow, but maybe that's not the right word. But like soft, shallow strums where you start knowing what song it is, and you're like, yeah, I love this song, but it's not like the woo Leonard Skinner, Dale Earnhardt, you know, type feeling you get from like Sweet Home Alabama, or even, you know, the pumped up whatever that I was talking about from the couple of the others. And one, I guess, could kind of be like a sad riff in a sense, because like the song is about, you know, a fallen war hero, or like injured war hero, to where like he can't move and stuff, and he just wants to die because he's like trapped in this body that isn't working right. So remember when, like, it's to his wife, and is just so touching, and like that riff really gets you in there and like makes you realize which song it is whenever you hear it. Another one that's like kind of like slow and somber and slightly melancholy would be "River in the Rain" by Roger Miller. That's a really good one that like hits home in like a like calming, chilling kind of way. Speaking of Roger Miller, Oodle Ollie. Everybody that has ever seen the Robin Hood Disney movie knows Oodle Ollie. You know, Robin Hood and Little John walking through the forest. And like the guitar that's in that song is very noticeable, and like a riff that can get you going. I think of Johnny Cash with Tennessee Flat Top Box. I've had that song stuck in my head the past couple of days, and it's the, you know, the fun little jingly guitar in there that makes it what it is. Same with like Streets of Bakersfield from Dwight Yoakam. That one's a lot of fun. I really enjoy that one. All Yorn, to like make it a more recent one, because I've talked a lot of old school stuff to this point, but All Yorn by Tyler Childers, that beginning, you know, musical number intro, whatever you want to call it, like the riff at the beginning of it. It's like a mix of like almost like a piano or something with the guitar, and I really, really dig it. It gets you kind of like knowing what it's going to be all about. And then even like, what is the song about the camper? My brain is not working with me this morning. It's still too early, I guess. But I'm looking it up. Country Squire. So I think next week, just by looking at the album cover for Country Squire, I think we should discuss album artwork is what we should discuss. So I think that could be a lot of fun. We'll do that as a little ditty or whatever. But that'll be fun. I really like talking album covers and stuff anyways, which makes sense why it would be in the series. Man, this has been pretty enjoyable, getting to talk a few songs that I really, really dig. Man, metal-wise, I can't think of what I wanted to discuss. Like, somber, that was, like, just amazing riffs. But that, like, I love talking the ones that, like, pump me up. Because, like, Pantera has quite a few riffs that do that. Iron Maiden, Trooper. Trooper has to be mentioned here. Because Trooper is just like one of my just favorite songs, and it's because of that, that beginning riff of the do 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 do. Like I can't even do it, but such a good one. So if you've never, for whatever reason, ever heard the Trooper by Iron Maiden, go check it out. Definitely one of the best songs ever. I could probably say that, now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, I could probably say that about quite a few Iron Maiden songs. And they have, like, so many fun, like, riffs and solos and whatnot in their songs. I could just talk about Iron Maiden songs for days on this subject alone. Brighter Than a Thousand Suns is a really cool one for, like, the guitar sounds and whatnot in it. And there's quite a few that are like that are just like so cool. Man, let's see, Caught Somewhere in Time, I would think I would have to put in here, because like the beginning, wee woo, like, yeah. If you're not listening to this podcast for anything other than the comedic, like me attempting to sound like an instrument, that is okay, because I'm trying my best, but it's not great. I get it. But I'm aware of it, and I'll have fun with it myself. Man, Linkin Park in the end, I think needs to be mentioned here, because that opening riff going into the song is just absolutely amazing. And you know exactly what song it is as soon as it comes up, and it makes you feel some type of way. I think about The Wanting by Cody Jinks. It's got a really good, like riff that makes it resonate with you. That is just incredible. He's got a handful of really good riffs too, but I think a lot of that comes from the fact that he himself is a fan of metal music as well as country, and he actually just said that they wouldn't be doing any more Caned by Nod stuff, which was his attempt at a metal band, and I really liked it. I thought that they had some pretty good stuff. It kind of reminded me of Rebel Meets Rebel, when David Allan Coe was the front man, lead singer, whatever, for Pantera. Because, like, it was all of the members of Pantera and David Allan Coe, and so they changed the name to Rebel Meets Rebel. And I thought that was really, odd, fun factish, neat, whatever you want to put there, that David Allan Coe was the lead singer of a metal band at one point. Man. I could just, like, list and go on and on and on and on. Because music is just so much fun. I really really enjoy music, and I'm glad that I started this podcast, but I don't know if it'll stay solely music, just because like this is almost like a talk whatever I want podcast too. So like at times it'll probably, dabble in some other things. We've already discussed a few other things. As we get closer to the Daytona 500, we may actually discuss some like NASCAR stuff, even though I'm more of like an off-road racing fan than I am NASCAR. But like my TikTok here lately has been full of Dale Earnhardt stuff. I think we're gonna start kind of winding it down. I would like to discuss a few more country riffs but like I'm trying to think of some like really, really, really good ones. I've covered a handful of fun ones that I enjoy a lot. Talking about Alan Jackson, Midnight in Montgomery, the song about Hank Williams Sr. That one's, a really good one. Speaking of Hank Williams Jr., Country Boy Can't Survive, has a really cool riff in it at the beginning. So, I mean, they're out there, so if you thought that this was only going to be metal songs, I hope you leave today pleasantly surprised. Yeah, a lot of fun, in my opinion, I guess. But I'm glad you guys were able to come join me and hang out for a little bit. I think we're going to wrap it up here. It's, time to go get out in the cold, so to speak, and start hammering away at the work week. So hopefully y'all stay warm this week and can get her done and get back here in 7 days, and we'll do it all again. And next week we will talk album covers, because album covers are cool. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye.